How's it going, everyone? Happy holidays to all that celebrate. Whatever you celebrate. I'm clearly don't celebrate anything because I'm watching Family Guy and basketball in my room. But I haven't streamed in a minute, so I wanted to get a late night hoops talk stream. But this is also a prospect game I wanted to watch. Caden Daughtry, like one of the top five-ish prospects in 2027, and then Coleman Landrew, a top 12-ish prospect in 2026. That's going to be a very good little matchup right there. But yeah, I'm excited to watch these guys. So I don't know if anyone's actually going to watch this. Sometimes my late streams do really well. Sometimes they don't. But regardless, I'm just going to watch some hoops and be excited to watch number, I believe. Yeah, 11 is no, 11, no, 3 is Colvin Landrew, I thought. Yeah, so Landrew. Did Landrew commit to UConn? Landrew might have committed to UConn. Even if he didn't, he's incredibly good, and he's gonna miss the 3-0. Kevin Savage, they played AU together. Salisbury, but yeah, I'm excited to watch, but I'm not excited about this zone. I hope everyone's having a nice Christmas Eve, a nice holiday. Day without basketball. It's okay. We're gonna get tons of basketball tomorrow, so that's totally fine. And there's so much high school stuff to catch up. Like this draft is so good. There's just so much draft stuff to watch. But high school stuff is always fun. Caden Daughtry is a monster. Great pass. Good job, just kind of faking out the help right there with a little pump fake, zipping it down. Another little like extra pass right there. Aiden Bolden, number 4, I've heard of before as well. Are there any better City of Palms games? Maybe, but I am definitely interested in this one. But I'm not interested when I see both teams starting to play zone. So I'm gonna look for a second to see. We can do Long Island Lutheran, Stepinac. Could do PVI with Jordan Smith. Hey Beckham, how's it going? Anything else that's could do another prolific prep game. Is Bruce Branch playing? Is Bruce Branch playing in this one? I'd like to watch. I'd like to watch Bruce. Yeah, Bruce is playing in this one. Okay, I'm switching games. I think college. I don't think I don't know if they'll let me do that without copywriting. I'll look for a second if there's those like. There are some of these websites that have like the full college basketball games that are like weird websites, but that I'm down to watch if I can find these links. Ooh, this might be a good channel. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna watch I can watch the Kentucky game because I want to watch Quaintance. Yeah, I'll try to Quaintance. So we'll switch to this tab instead. That's good. I'll watch this game later. But because yeah, I do want to watch this Quaintance game. And obviously the rest of the guys that I like on Kentucky, which is mostly just Moreno and Cam Williams and Colin Chandler. I'm at least somewhat interested in as well. I do have some Colin Chandler. Christmas morning film goes hard. I'm glad it is 9:53 Pacific Standard Time, and I don't celebrate Christmas, so you don't have much to do on a random for me at least, just a random Wednesday night. So we're gonna watch some film, like I often do. Take it away. Has not been the start to the year for him that I hoped for. I still like him though. But yeah, I feel like I have with Jalen Lowe and Quaintance getting healthy. I have faith in this Kentucky team, at least to some extent. Or this could also just be a case of them like having. I am watching film into the new year, of course. That's what I do. But NBA NIL news. I don't know. Feels. I mean, I like James Najee. I wish the best for him. But we live in crazy times, and seems not ideal for the state of college basketball. I've always been into like the idea of the NBA having like a real farm system. I think that's really, really like that would really be cool and would benefit like the wide expanse of players. Would benefit like a wide expanse of players, but that shouldn't come at the expense of college basketball, right? Like I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I feel like it's I don't know. It is what it is. College basketball is still college basketball to me. Not a great entry pass right there, but I'm just gonna keep watching players and thinking about them and not think about the ever deteriorating state of the world. But I will talk about Malachi Moreno. Good catch right there, and then throws the ball away. Nice. These like low major games are weird. I don't know how many minutes Quaintance plays in this game, but I know he's still going to be on his Moreno. Not even like the greatest hips right there, but Colin Chandler, hands up. Bellarmine, the 5 and 6 Bellarmine. I don't know exactly. I swear they need to free my guy Cam Williams. Every time he plays, I still feel like he does the good things that are why I like him. But Denzel Aberdeen, definitely a good college player. I like Aberdeen. Aberdeen is good. Florida definitely misses him. Yeah, Kentucky's start to the season has been so weird. That Gonzaga game was crazy how just like deflated they looked. But Moreno getting out to the perimeter. I do think Moreno is like a first round talent. I think he had the high school sample of like a first round talent, and I think he's playing like it in his limited minutes in college so far. Like he is such an impressive athlete, and he's so young, and he's skilled, and he's high feel, and all that good stuff. I really don't love this lineup for Kentucky. I like the double bigs, like whether it's or like the actual centers, I guess, with Garrison or Quaintance, obviously. And I'm sure we're gonna see more of that as the season goes on. But I think those lineups are pretty interesting as well. The Quaintance is awesome. I need him to like stay healthy and ramp up his minutes and all that good stuff so I can be as high on him as I need to be. Yeah, Moreno's feet are just so light. Yeah, he's so impressive with like the size to cut guys off at the point of attack. Hey, it's Quaintance in the game. There we go. Love to see that. But yeah, Quaintance was unbelievable against St. John's. He was crazy. He was moving at like 60% capacity. Like he was like hopping around out there on defense and didn't look like he wanted to like push off and explode. And yet he was absolutely good deep 3-pointer right there by Colin Chandler. Chandler's intriguing, at least. Chandler is somewhat intriguing to me, at least. He's just like a really really like if he was like a couple inches taller, he could be a really good like scoring tall wing in the league because he's got the combination of like a pretty real jumper and a really quick first step, and he's explosive, but not the best, or at least not the most consistent defender to my eye. But did I ever tweet this out? I don't think I did. I'm gonna do that actually. The what stuff? I don't know what that is. So no, clearly not. Just, but yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm excited to get into. Oh my goodness, what a move by 24 right there. Whew. Beautiful half spin. And good off-ball movement to occupy the help. These two are worried about these guys crisscrossing or doing something, but good stuff right there from Bellarmine. See how much they try to get Quaintance. I was going to say, I saw the box score. I know it didn't look crazy, so I wondered if Quaintance just like didn't get the ball or what exactly was going on. Because you'd think he'd be able to dominate this matchup, considering the way he was able to. Good hands by Chandler. Considering the way he was able to dominate against Zuby Ejiofor and St. John's, which like he was crazy dominant against Zuby, and Zuby is awesome. That was super impressive. The way that he just bullied one of the best defenders in college basketball and like a very real NBA prospect as an 18-year-old. It's crazy. He looks so much bigger in like his shoulders and his upper body, especially than he did at Arizona State, which is good. I'm curious to see. Nice little catch and finish right there. There you go. That's what we want to see. Just throw it up, catching traffic. That's what we want from Quaintance against this kind of competition. But Jasper, I'm at least somewhat intrigued by as like a 4-year potential college guy who ends up playing his way into draft. Nice activity by Colin Chandler as well. Man, I like Colin Chandler. I don't know how much I'm gonna like him as like an NBA prospect. But I really do enjoy watching him. He's fun. He plays hard, and he's a good shooter. Jasper. Quaintance, yeah, it might be more good board. It might be more annoying to get Quaintance the ball against his own, but you don't really have to worry about that. That's view. Nice pass by Jasper, and Quaintance ends up getting fouled there because what else are you gonna do? But yeah, I think if Quaintance plays anything like he does, like he did in the St. John's game against Kentucky, he can go in the top 5, top 6. Like his ceiling is that high. Does he zone out here maybe? Looks like he zones out there for a second and gives up an open 3. But oh, there's Cam Williams. Finally, they freed my guy. Much appreciated. Thank you for that, Kentucky. Ooh, Quaintance, we gotta just losing the ball in traffic there. I don't know how much they're actually going to want to play him. I don't know if I'd want to play him that much if I was Kentucky against Bellarmine. And damn, he's looking he's looking less effective against. He's looking. I mean, this is what I mean. He's definitely not like 100% in terms of movement skill. Like Quaintance is so much faster and more fluid than this normally. But I definitely think he looks a little clunky out there right now. It didn't matter really much at all against St. John's. But for some reason, and there's also just like levels of fatigue and getting back up to game speed and trusting the ACL. It's not, I'm not like concerned or anything, but definitely crazy how effective he was able to be despite definitely not being 100%. Because like Caleb Wilson is definitely, I think, that next tier for me. Like he is insane. He was unbelievable against Ohio State. Caleb Wilson's defense this year has been weird for me because like in the Kansas game right at the beginning of the year, it was like, all right, this is superstar all defense type tape immediately, and then it was just like flashes but not much throughout like the rest of the season, and then against Ohio State, it was just the same thing as the Kansas game where he just looked like I mean, he looked like Jonathan Isaac. Like that's, I think his offense is better than that, but it's high praise that like Jonathan Isaac. I have a video about him on my channel. Like truly all time wing forward defender prospect. I think Caleb. They're definitely different in some ways, but I get that kind of feeling when I watch Caleb play defense and just in terms of productivity and impact. Like he's constantly making plays, at least in the Ohio State game, but not in not in every game. It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's just being a freshman in college, especially one that is supposed to have a big offensive role as well on his team. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure I can get him into the top 3 yet, just because the shooting is still TBD and the handle is definitely still a question. Like the non-dunk creation and shot making in the half court inside the arc. He's got like the great turnaround, but I don't know. Maybe he can, turn into like a pull-up threat at some point in his career, like Blake Griffin. But he is a stupid athlete. He had a block against Ohio State where he like blocked it with his armpit and then like caught it with his left hand in midair, and it was just the most insane thing ever. I think he got wiped off because one of his teammates like unnecessarily fouled, but yeah, he is insane, and this Kentucky team is not as good as you'd hope it would be. Obviously, part of it is Jalen Lowe being injured, but I'm thinking Kentucky could really use a Caden Lewis right now. Like they would not mind another actual ball handler. Good job by Cam Williams, kind of like flowing with that off-ball movement right there. But no, I don't know. I hope Jalen Lowe can get healthy. He's one of my favorite guys to watch in college basketball. Another one who I'm like not really thinking of as an NBA prospect, but college basketball player, yeah, he rocks. Sign me up for some Jalen Lowe. But I do like these Jasper Johnson. Good shot by Cam. I do like these Jasper Johnson reps because he's definitely talented. His handle is great, and I like him as like an off-ball, closeout attacking type player. But he's somewhat interesting to me. Nice on-ball defense right there. Just cutting this guard off to his spot. Definitely not as easy against the high major competition, but yeah, I'm excited for them to get into SEC play and play Arkansas. That'll be good. Who else? Tennessee has guys. Josh Hubbard, yeah, crazy shooter. He's awesome. I agree that he's probably not an NBA guy, but awesome to watch. And is a very good college player. All these like tiny electric shooters like Antoine Davis or like Chris Clemens or Justin Wright Foreman. I don't know. But Damn, this Bellarmine team is hanging in there. But Cam Williams is doing his thing. I promise you, don't sell your Cam Williams. Yeah, Dent is not having the best start to the year. I just think the kind of like just the heavy on ball load has been tough for him. He's just not scoring well at the rim. I mean, the shooting has been like non-existent, and teams aren't playing that. But I've only watched like 2 UCLA games against real teams, and he struggled in both of them against Arizona and against Washington. But yeah, I don't know. He's a very talented player, so I think he can get back on track. But that UCLA team is also just like nothing crazy special, and he doesn't have like a ton of help on that team in terms of like other handling options. Like Sky Clark is like an okay handler. Like Trent Perry, I think is quite. I like Trent Perry quite a lot. He's just more of like a 3-and-D like floor general kind of complimentary guard. So yeah, I think he just has a lot of responsibility. And it's not like they're like loaded with shooters or anything either. Like they have some guys who can space, but it's not like it's like a crazy shooting team. At least I'm pretty sure it's not. Maybe it is, and I'm just totally wrong. But I'd love to see more Quaintance, but I understand why we're not seeing more Quaintance. Moreno's cool though too. I really do think he's going to break out in SEC play. Sometimes these centers take time. Like Lively took a good like I mean Lively's the big example I think of who like definitely took a little bit of time to ramp up. Oh, Tobe Awaka. Yeah, he's certainly he's a fun player. He's certainly not an NBA guy, but his younger brother might be. He's a high school player and he's very good. He's kind of like he's kind of like his brother, but I think has more offensive stuff to him. Arizona's probably really annoying to play against. Just beat the hell out of you on the offensive glass. Good D by Chandler. Good job by Moreno to cover the back door. But they're gonna give up a deep three. And JT Toppin is an interesting one to me. I used to be anti, but I've come around. He's just a very good player, and I don't like to fade very good players who have like legitimately elite skills, which in Toppin's case are like his touch and his second jump, his offensive rebounding. I don't know if he's gonna be like a fit for every team, but I think if you have a team with like a floor spacing 5, like if you're the Bucks or the Spurs or the Wizards or the Thunder or I don't know, whoever, the Pacers with Jay Huff now, I guess, like I think he can be really effective because he's also improved as a passer this year. I'm not like crazy on him or anything. I think he's like a early second round pick, late first round pick, but I understand why people are high on him. And he's also pretty young too. Like he's always been a young player for his age, even though he's been around for a while. Like he's going to be like just 21, assuming he goes to the draft this year. Yeah, these guards and wings just cannot get past Malachi Moreno. And of course, they're not going to shoot over him because he's giant. He's so good. This is what I want my like top 20 picks to look like on defense against. And then they just rip the three. Man, this team is absolutely ripping these threes. Uzan, I probably like Sharp. I like Sharp more than Uzan, but Uzan is solid as well. Yeah, this Bellarmine team is is fun to watch, honestly. No Quaintance coming in at the end of the second. They're just playing like a press. I'm gonna go more quickly through this lineup with not as many players I'm as interested in watching on the floor right now. Diabate, like Moreno or Chandler or Cam Williams or Malachi Moreno. I'll watch with Chandler and Jasper. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, Jasper. Whew. Yeah, he's fun. I don't know. Tyrese Hunter. Wow. Yeah. I remember freshman year Tyrese Hunter. Super small, but like awesome player. Yeah, I fear this Kentucky team is gonna pull away with this one, but we're gonna get lots of good reps. Antonio Reeves was fun, fine enough NBA player at times as well. Um, but yeah, even in like though I don't like it's not as doesn't matter as much against this level of competition. Like it is cool to see like weird matchups like this. Like you're probably not going to get Malachi Moreno guarding the perimeter as much as you are in this matchup in like your average SEC game. So it's cool to see. Oh, and what he just that was a bust. I don't know if he just did this is also a wild pass to make. Like that's yeah, that's a high level pass too. Um yeah, you always got to protect the rim first. They're hitting threes too, which obviously makes it tougher to just like help on the rim. But shout out to Bellarmine. And this Kentucky team is also just like not that great and lacks juice and sorely lacks juice. Again, like Colin Chandler and Denzel Aberdeen have some juice. And Moreno, if you get him in his spots too. But he's not ready yet. But that's okay. He's a freshman and it's only been like 10 games or whatever. And you're just playing against a random zone. I can't get away from the zone, I guess. I originally quit the first game because it was zone, and now we're watching Kentucky playing in zone, but whatever. That's okay. When an NBA team plays zone, I'm like, ooh, cool mix up. I love this. This is a cool schematic choice. And when a college basketball or another great perimeter, I guess it's like face up drive defense, like yeah, his defense is so awesome. But yeah, when a college or high school team runs zone, I'm like, that's awful. You shouldn't be. You should not be allowed to do that. But NBA teams can run zones when because it's cool. I don't know. Definitely a fair way to look at things. What's Kentucky's next like big game? Oh, they play Alabama January 3rd, so a little while. That's going to be great. Phylon against this Kentucky front court. This Kentucky team might be sad enough for my even sadder Missouri Tigers to compete, but probably not. They're probably going to get smacked. Illinois is good, but they should not be losing by 40 to Illinois. Come on, man. Like, we're trying to be a tournament team. Just cannot. Oh, there we go. Quaintance back in. See if we always getting a back cut right there. Yeah. this is honestly like low key a much tougher matchup for him than St. John's because St. John's is gonna like face up and drive at him, and Bellarmine just gonna space the floor and move off the ball and force him to back cut. And again, you can see he's not like moving the most spryly right now. But Definitely would encourage anyone to watch the St. John's game if you haven't. He was stellar. Very fun to watch. Oh my goodness. Okay, Quaintance. Very fun to watch too. All of the cool prospect, all of like the good prospects in this class too are also just like fun to watch. Like there are some classes where I just like don't really love or don't like care as much for like the really objective, like the really good prospects. Like 20, I mean, I guess 2024 was just like a worse class, but like even like 2022, like nothing so crazy to me in terms of just like fun. That from like Ivy was electric. And Chet was insane in his own way. But there you go, Quaintance. There we go, Quaintance. He's not trying to get scored on. And again, if you're just like gonna try to like isolate and drive at him, it's certainly not gonna go that well. What is it? Projected ninth? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like his range could be pretty wide just because of the injury stuff. Obviously going to depend a lot on how this season goes. I don't know. At his best, I think there's like very, very few prospects in this class who are better or who are more dominant and more just, especially if Quaintance is like creating from the perimeter, but he's getting stripped against this team. Everyone has their days. I was hoping hopefully this Kentucky team can like really get its shit together and yeah, I don't know. It's not his day when he's getting swatted by the rim. He's getting fouled at least. But yeah, I don't know